It's just that easy. Right now, in real time, we are just about 2 weeks out from the release of Yama. It is currently May 1st. We just got done with the Coliseum and the Inferno grind on 416 Hero. We even followed that up with 2 more Inferno KCs here on Wait For It, getting the Grandmaster Combat Achievement time. I wanted to get started on either the Zenite grind or the Dragon Slayer 2 grind for the Vorkath backpack on 416 Hero. But I didn't want to start that video or even do the one video and then switch over to do Yama content 2 weeks from now. So right now I'm kind of struggling for things to do. We got 13-14 days to play the game, and I don't know what kind of content I'm going to be doing. But right now I'm standing outside TOA waiting for some clanmates, and we're going to pot some TOAs. If I can spoon myself some dupe Missouri pieces, that would be great for 416 Hero. If not, we'll come to TOA down the line and we'll earn it ourselves on the Pure. I haven't done TOA in ages. I honestly don't even know what's going on. Particularly in a team setting too. I think the last time I did TOA was definitely solo. Dude, this room is a clusterfuck with like 5 people in here. Holy. He trapped me! I don't even know if that's the right use of the word Forsaken. What is going on, bro? That was like 4 rotations. Well, with 5 people, surely we see a purple, right? 390 invocation. This game sucks. I didn't have prayer to do a Karis. I actually reacted in time, like the muscle memory to click on the Karis there was still there. But my prayer was too low. This is my 3rd favorite raid in old school RuneScape for sure. This game sucks. Oh, magic seeds. I guess that's good. Dragon med helms for the GP. So we just came out of that first KC without a purple, unfortunately. But here's a look at our log in case we do get a purple. You see here we do have 2 shadows. I think I have mentioned it before in the series that we do have a dupe shadow sitting and waiting for 416 hero to use. I'm just, I don't know, I just haven't really had a situation where I wanted to use it yet. Now you see here, I do have 2 Missouri bodies in the log and 3 chaps. But unfortunately, I did drop those over to my normal account for some GP before I ever decided to make 416 hero. So I don't actually have those dupes available, and we're going to have to earn them ourselves again. Oh, is that my purple? That's my purple. And a fang. Boo. Any back-to-backers? Never. Well, we are in between content right now on 416 Hero. I am still keeping up with farm and birdhouse runs daily, and right now Hespori is ready. I don't remember the last time I showcased doing Hespori. That might have been quite some time ago, and I'm sure the gear looked drastically different. Let's see what we get for KC35 today. 2 Chronos seeds and a Torstal. Okay. Now let's not forget to replant the Hespori for next time. A little bit of a funny thing is I still don't have full Graceful. I'm missing the gloves and the boots as well as the cape, but I do have my trusty Infernal cape and the quiver that I don't have on me right now. Yeah, I'm about to be just wearing this Infernal cape everywhere. Honestly, I'm still so proud of that achievement. Replanting some magic trees right now, and we just hit 95 farming. Obviously, I didn't start out the video this way with this in mind, but I guess this is another day in the life of a MAXED GIM type video. Right now, I'm cooking some Karambons because all the grinds we've previously done have really burned up the supplies. Now, if we look at the bank here, I do have 20,000 or almost 20,000 raw Karambons, but in terms of actual cooked ones, we are now below 2,000. I used to have a lot more than that. Basically, I'm pretty down bad on a couple of other supplies as well. For example, the Inferno grinds, particularly on 416 Hero, took a lot of my Dragon Darts out. Without having the Vorkath backpack, I just wasn't able to pick up all the Dragon Darts that were dropping on the ground, so I lost a good chunk there. So with that being said, we're probably going to do a bit of resource recovery, whether that entails just cooking 10,000 Karambons or maybe doing some kind of PVMing to get some resources back. While I was cooking my Karambons, I really couldn't figure out what to do, and then I came up with Leviathan. A little while ago, we were doing a big Leviathan grind, and we hit 843 KC going for the Venator ring, which is the last ring we need in terms of, I was going to say Dragon Slayer 2, but Desert Treasure 2 rings. And I guess let's just sneak in some couple kills here and see if we can snag the ring. We are already over the rate. As I'm doing this mini Leviathan grind again, I'm up to 853 KC, and I just got Dragon Bolt drop, actually. And honestly, besides the actual uniques from here, the Dragon Bolts are probably the only useful resource drop that you'll get. With that being said, yeah, it's not very motivating to do Levy when I know I'm here only after one thing, and that's the Venator Vestige. I don't think there's been a long enough break since the last Levy grind and this one now, because 15 KC into this session, I already can't really be bothered with this boss. I'm kind of over it already, but we're gonna knock out as much KC as we can, and surely the Venator Vestige will drop on any of these KCs now. Well, first unique of the grind so far, an Awakener's Orb. Okay, spur of the moment decision here. We're at KC 863 right now, we're still going, but I think our stopping point is going to be at 900 KC. Or if we get the Vestige before then. After that, we'll find something else to do. There's plenty of grinds to do, to be honest. Slayer is always at the top of the list, because we're still going after that Imbued Heart. Well, I just had a very unfortunate death. We still got another 32 KC to go until we hit 900. This death does not help at all. You know, I'm already not really feeling this grind too much. But I do want the Venator Vestige. And 900 KC or Venator Vestige, we will have to find out. But I'm going to take this opportunity to swap out my Ruby Bolts E for the Dragon versions of them. I actually have way more Ruby Dragon Bolts right now than I do the regular Addy Ruby Bolts. I don't really like to use the Ruby Dragon Bolts because obviously these are actually hard to come by. The Addy ones, you get plenty of Addy bars as an Ironman and plenty of rubies, so it's very easy to upkeep these. But these Dragon ones, not so much. But at the same time, I have a decent stack of these because I just don't know where I would use them realistically. But I guess I'll go ahead and use a bit of those now, and let's see if the times at Levy will maybe be a little bit faster, I don't know. What in the 877 KC we get a Virtus Mask. That's actually our first Virtus dupe, so I can't really be too mad about that because in terms of Virtus, we've been incredibly lucky. I know I'm looking at the Duke collection log anyways, but you get Virtus from all 4 bosses. Where can I find a Levy one? It's near the bottom. Yeah, so that's just our first Virtus dupe. I'm not too mad at that at all. And in terms of Levy, I guess this is maybe a bit of copium as to why I haven't got the Vestige yet. Because I don't remember whether it was the Virtus top or the Virtus robe bottoms, but I got a Virtus piece very, very early on. I'm talking sub 100 KC. And also, the lure, I believe, was also sub 100 KC. So that's probably the RNG god saying why, hey, let's hold off on the Venator Vestige. Having started 416 Hero, a lot of dupes aren't so bad anymore. Although, this is kind of one of the exceptions because as a 50 defense account, I actually don't have access to Virtus pieces. If we look at the defense skill here and look under armor, we scroll down, we're already past 50, we're into the 70s, and I can't even find it. I can't find it. One moment, let's take a look at magic instead. Magic equipment? Armor. Magic armor. We scroll down, we need 78 magic, which is actually higher than ancestral, which is interesting. But you can see that it's paired with 75 defense. But yeah, anyways, that is the second Virtus Mask, another unique. So we've gone an Awakener's Orb and the Mask so far in this session. 23 more KC, let's see if we can get the drop that we actually want. And 900 KC, we are getting Smoke Runes. Okay, that is enough Levy for now. We're going to have to go and figure out what we want to do next. I've still been wandering around the game trying to figure out what kind of grinds I want to tackle on this account. Haven't really figured it out, but I did come to Chambers of Xerix and potted a solo challenge mode. Took me about 36 minutes, came out with 2,000 blood runes and 120 grimy toad flax. It's nice to know that I still know how to do the raid. I mean, heck, I've done like 1,100 of these solos by now. But it feels good to come back and do one in a decent amount of time and deathless no less. Our current challenge mode KC is 1160. I guess something we're working towards long term is the 2000 total cape. Let's take a look at the collection log here, and you'll see that between that cape, well, I guess there's a 1500 cape and then a 2000 KC cape, and the pet are the only things I'm missing from the Chambers of Xerix log. Well, I guess when in doubt, time to do some Slayer tasks. Still hunting the Imbued Heart, and the Abyssal Demons are one of the decent tasks to do. Using my Venator bow here in the Catacombs makes this a very laid-back task to do. Just have to make sure I'm potted and keep my prayer up. We're still on the Abyssal Demons task, but we picked up a whip. That's pretty nice, I guess. We're 2.3 mil. I swear these, the prices on the whips fluctuate a lot. At one point, I feel like they were as low as 1.2 mil. That could have been many, many months ago, though, but now they're 2.3 mil. It's just that easy. What? No fucking way. No. Huh. Well, second sight for the GIM. Let's go. As Oven Gold said, wipe in the sight. It's just that easy. Okay, first reaction, just absolutely nuts. But now, it's currently 1.8 bill. I gotta split out, we'll do the math, but apparently like 1.4-ish. We are here on Beleti, my normal account that is actually geared. Doesn't quite have every item in the game, or every PVM item in the game, but it has most things. But I've gone ahead and taken out my twisted bow, and we're gonna have to part ways with it, unfortunately. There it is. It's been done. Oh, more than max cash. That was awkward. This is actually the next day now, but last night I was still wandering around trying to figure out things to do. I did a solo CM, I did some Slayer tasks, a bit of Levy, and then I got invited to do some hard mode tops, which we haven't done in a hot minute, probably at least a month. So we had a Verzik wipe in our very first raid, but then we followed up with a purple. And this is how we ended up with this Scythe of Vitter. This is the second one in the GIM group. So now I have one for Wait For It and one exclusively for 416 Hero. Now I've mentioned in the past that I've had a dupe shadow sitting in the group account, and I went ahead and just traded it on over to 416 Hero now. I've talked about finding a balance of making progression on 416 Hero while still having access to all these things available in the GIM group. Well, I can't pass up on having 2 out of 3 mega rares that are dupes, no less. It's not like I'm trading them back and forth between accounts. These are straight up dupes that I have now, and I think I'm definitely going to make use of these. Something I realized as a side note is that this is the exact order I got the first set of mega rares. First it was a Shadow, then it was the Scythe, and then finally into the Twisted Bow. So with all that being said, 416 is pretty much raid ready. I mean, more than raid ready, really. But there are a few more goals I want to knock out. Like I said before, I want to knock out Dragon Slayer 2 for the Vorkath backpack to combine it with my quiver. and I definitely want to get some Zenites. So Monkey Madness 2 needs to be done, and I need to get from 60 to 69 Slayer. Once again, the goal, one of the biggest goals, is that I want to get a duplicate of every item that I already have, so that I don't ever have to trade back and forth between Wait For It and 416 Hero. And that way, in any Dolo content, I don't have to have one account use lesser than ideal gear. So as of right now, it seems like Chambers of Xerix is going to be the raid that we're really going to have to grind for. As for the top grind that we were working towards, I guess now we pivot from going for regular tops to hard mode top so that we can get some kits. As for the Chambers of Xerix grind, this is actually a huge blessing for me because I was definitely not looking forward to having to do regular chambers and scouting layouts. With the Scythe and the Shadow, I think I can now do some challenge mode raids. Although, I don't know, 50 defense may still be an issue because those things in there smack pretty hard, but we'll just have to see. It also just occurred to me that I can't do the efficient Shadow mage hand running at Ulm because it requires defensive casting in certain instances. But we'll figure that out when we get there. And just because we have a Shadow doesn't completely rule out us having to do TOA. We still need a dupe Missouri set because Missouri Unfortified is our best in slot range. And of course at some point we're going to have to tackle a TOA 500 for the Osmundum's Fang kit. Anyways, back on Wait For It, we have to once again figure out what we want to do. I guess we're going to continue with Slayer because that was what I was doing before I got invited to Hard Mode Top, and we are currently on a Gargoyles task. Another Abbey Demon's task, another whip. Currently not doing anything on 416 Hero, but definitely keeping up with the farming contracts and birdhouse runs. And with this one, we hit 79 Hunter. Wow, we only got 4 bird's nests out of the 4 birdhouses on this run. Kind of unfortunate. On Wait For It, we've been sending some solo CMs again. It's nice to be back doing this in max gear after doing over 1,000 of these in less than ideal gear. Obviously, I have this much KC because I was going after the Twisted Bow. But that aside, I wouldn't have done this much if I didn't enjoy the raid at least a little bit, right? Since I already have more KC than the average person might have in challenge mode Chambers of Xerix, I think a long-term goal for me is to go after the 2000 KC cape. But also, right now, solo CMs would be good money, and I do need some GP back so that I can buy back the Twisted Bow that I had to sell on my normal account to split out that second scythe I pulled yesterday night. We are actually on yet another different day now. I'm here at the Zaya mines making some blood runes. We're always in need of those. I think I'm going to wrap up the video here now though. This was a bit of a random one that was all over the place. We did a bunch of different things, different content on Wait For It, which is a nice change of pace to the progress we've been doing on 416 Hero. You know, being lost on what to do on this maxed account was one of the biggest reasons why I started 416 Hero. And it's really nice to have clear goals that I can work towards on 416 Hero. And on the flip side, because of that, and because we've been focusing so hard on that, it's nice to jump back on this account and enjoy all the hard work we've put into this account being maxed and having all this gear. And obviously, it paid off by going back to hard mode Tob and pulling a second scythe. Although, I guess my inactive normal account paid for it though, having to sell my T-bow. But we'll probably try to earn back the GP and buy back the T-bow at some point. Good morning, gamers. This is currently 5:14 a.m. on May 14th, 2025. And I announced the date because I don't know when this video is coming out. I do know that most likely the previous video I uploaded kind of explained why I was waiting and doing stuff on this account rather than continuing on 416 Hero at this point in time. And that is because the release of Yama is happening. And we just TP'd out from the Zaya RC mines and we're going to gear up No idea what to gear up with though, so we're gonna have to figure that out. I do know that we're most likely gonna need melee gear. Okay, so 10 minutes to go now, and this is my current inventory setup. We got max melee. We're rocking the Ember Light though, because once again, Yama's a demon bane, so I think that's gonna be good. I just decided to slap on the Echo Boots, I don't know, a little bit of extra prayer and tankiness. Plus we're gonna be swapping. I don't know if it's gonna be a full melee fight. You know, it's kind of funny because I know this video is going to come out much later on, and by then, everyone will have more than likely figured out the meta and what to do at Yama. But for right now, on release, actual release date, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going to happen. So I got the melee gear, I got the mage gear, and that's because my duo partner is going to rock melee and range gear to start with. But yeah, other than that, I guess we just wait it out and see what happens. I might be hopping into a Discord call, so maybe some clips will have other people talking in it, just as a disclaimer. We are currently on a black screen recording absolutely nothing and playing absolutely nothing because we haven't been able to get back into the game post-update. So right now I'm sat here just watching Bodhi and Wooks. So by the time we get into the game, I have some loose idea on how it's going to go, but obviously it's only been... Actually, it's been about an hour and a half since release at this point. Okay, we made it into the game. Let me just make some adjustments based off of what the streamers have been have been doing, so let's figure that out. To Yama.
Party Jagex sucks. No, that's bad karma. That's bad karma. Yama. Yama Mama. Oh, people are already in that part.
Where do we even go?
Yeah.
Am I going the right way?
Llama.
I don't know if I'm going the right. It's just the bottom, right?
Go down the chain, bro. Go down the chain.
Oh, right. Voice of Yama. Oh, should I enter domain? Oh, no, done the back out. Okay, I'll join on you, I guess.
The guy on the throne is a yapper.
Yeah, I don't have like a real strong understanding of the clips.
Do one BGS.
Okay. Did it not start? What? No, it's starting. It's starting. You hit a 2. I hit a 0. Fantastic. Oh, I guess Scythe on this part, right?
Weird.
Conjures a fire-based attack on you. Okay, so waves.
Oh, here comes fire.
Oh, there's
the thingies are out.
Ember lighted, maybe?
What the hell?
Okay, I'm just gonna safe up a little bit here. Oh, okay. Oh, here we go. Oh, this is sick. Oh, I messed up.
This is so cool.
I messed up.
Yeah, that was cool. I think we have a shared health pool on this guy.
Oh, yeah, it is, yeah. I just saw you hit a 55. What is that?
Oh my god,
What was that?
The snap.
Oh!
Oh shit, the things are out. The things are out.
Oh. Oh no!
No.
I was so focused on the boss. Oh, it puts you right out here.
What the hell? That's crazy. Dude, this game is so easy, man.
Easy, bro. Didn't even have to TP back.
Okay, we have to pay, we gotta pay a little bit more attention.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what's going on, bro. You know what? At least there's a start thing once you're in here. It's not like Titans where like it's like, yeah, you know, I've been here for like 30 seconds. You can't join anymore.
Holy my kiddo.
Holy. No. Orb.
Focus on the boss, I got the orbs.
What just hit me that hard? It's 9 HP!
Kill it!
Yes! Second try, let's go!
Nice.
Good luck.
Sheesh!
Worms.
That enrage face is crazy. Alright, let's go for a second KC! He does, yeah. Yeah, my anti-poison ran out, and I was taking, like the first hit was a 20, bro. It was crazy. So, like, whoever's it's not focusing is on glyphs, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that one, the flame one, the red one, was very obvious. Like, I saw that one coming. So, is there chip... Oh! I was not ready for that. So, is there chip damage in this? Have you noticed if there's chip damage? The infamous chip damage?
That's not good.
Oh!
I'm dead.
Oh. Should I just TP out, do you think?
It's up to you. Good luck. I don't know if you can, actually.
Yeah, you can. I actually read that. Oh! Well, I'm dead. Okay, we go again.
Right.
Does it always alternate after one hit, or is it just because we're doing so much damage?
No, it alternates, looks like.
So when you go on the glyph for that, do I still have to move away from that giant ball?
I don't know.
I'm not doing much damage. Is it because of the orbs are out, or just unlucky? Oh my god. No, I'm dead. It might be a case of, like, if your BGS hits Sight, if not Emberlight, maybe? Please hit. Nice.
Good look.
New PB.
Good luck.
Oh, Foudy. Wait, what? What's tallow?
The potion probably would sell for more.
What is? I don't even see the option for making the potion. What is it? Oh, surge potion, Torstal, and demonic tallow.
Torstal stonks go up. Yeah, I feel like the potions would be worth more right now, just because like most people wouldn't go through that
True.
process. Because
Bro, almost
I
like
just
mini
picture solo mission logging in, and then going to the GE and searching surge potion.
It's untradeable. What?
What?
Oh, I fucking knew it was untradeable.
Get baited, idiot!
It's over. It's over.
It's over. Well, you might as well use them.
You have to D-main, bro, at this point. Like,
Demon.
Tallow is tradable by itself, though.
But you didn't use all the tallow, right? So you know, so sell the tallow. Untradable potions? Damn! Imagine if the secondary wasn't tradable either. Mains would be so mad. It's like, what do you mean I can't buy the potion? I gotta make world record's gonna be like sub 2, bro. I'm feeling it.
the Emberlight seems more accurate. I bet if you hit a big...
Yeah, I bet it's like dependent on whether you hit your BGS or not. I think if you're going for long trips, once people get this down, probably SGS on the minion.
Ultor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Ultor is better. But I don't know.
Dude, that was good. That was a really good enrage phase.
Ooh, we're in the sub 4. Let's go.
Nice, dude.
Oh.
Yo, shards, let's
Oath
go.
plate shards.
Bro, how much did you get baited by Oath Plate?
Dude, the drops have a jingle.
Did we go
Did-
again? Do you have supplies?
My group broadcast baited me. 6 room plate bodies.
Bro, I think that was damageless.
That's crazy.
Sheesh.
Whoa!
308, let's
Dude.
go. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Oh, shit.
Ooh.
Dude, the panic at the end there was correct.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, I got
nice.
teleport trolls. Another
Maybe
clogger.
that,
So, I wonder if me just camping Emberlight had any effect on that, or... I've been scything, but on the last 2 kills, and that PB included, I did Emberlight.
Sorry, so he's blue first. Now he should be doing blue attack. So I'm gonna try praying. Yeah, see, blue attack.
Is that mage? Blue's mage?
I don't know.
I mean, I just took 0 damage.
Yeah, so I had pray mage on. Belly had pray melees, and we both took 0 damage. So I think there's another I wonder. There's something else that goes into what the snaps do. Okay, now he should be doing red attack.
You think that's range?
I think so.
So if he snaps, pray range, okay.
I took damage with
Oh.
range for
See,
red
I just
attack.
took 25 damage there.
And I
so,
took 8.
I don't know.
Maybe it's melee. Maybe red is melee.
Maybe.
I mean, that would make sense, yeah.
Mayo did mage for red. What the fuck?
Yeah, but I did mage for red too. Oh wait, no, I didn't. I did range.
So red mage?
Yeah, Mayo just did red mage. Chillin'.
It worked for me.
Okay, yep, and I just took a massive 34. Oh! I was slow there. Oh my, he's just spamming the snap.
He's snapping.
It's fucking Thanos, bro.
He's Thanos snapping, dude. But yeah, the range attack seems like it really hits a lot of... Oh, you know what? Maybe it is rolling zeros because we're both in full Torba and it's hitting a lot of...
Yeah,
zeros.
range would probably not.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I can see it now. Speedrunners are gonna come out of that phase and complain that the boss is on the other side of the room. Oh, I'm sorry.
Clip it.
Bro, give me my 500k, what the hell?
500k steep, honestly.
It's too easy.
Bro, no way. It's funny because I knew you were talking while that was coming out, but I was like, he's right next to the fire when there's no way he's not paying attention, right? So I wasn't gonna say anything.
My thrall killed it. Let's go.
Yo, you got the kill?
Yeah, it was like sub 100.
Look.
Oh,
Oh, we got the
oh, that's what it looks like. It really is a barrel.
just a barrel.
Hey,
Yeah, wait, I just went and farmed that thing. Tell me it's good.
Oh!
I mean, it's probably good.
What just hit? Did I get melee'd there, maybe? I don't... Oh, yeah, this is like a damage contribution thing, too, so... Here we go, new PB maybe, that fell fast. Let's go, 307! We are currently at KC 42 right now, and we're just taking a little bit of a break. So I'm going to take this chance to talk about the gear setup real quick. We've made some changes since, well, 6 hours ago when we first logged in to start doing Yama. And right now, we are still in max melee, but we're rocking the Ember Light instead of a scythe. I don't actually remember if I was using the scythe or the Ember Light to start with, but right now for sure we are... Oh, no baguette. Right now for sure we are rocking with the Ember Light for sure. There's no real data yet, so I can't really run the DPS calc to figure out what's what. But we're rocking the Bandos Godsword for our spec weapon instead. And sometimes, you know, we're doing 2 KC trips now. And sometimes when the specs don't line up, I just Dragon Claws instead. We got a mini 3-way mage switch. And this is just for that little guy on the side between phases. We just alternate between melee and mage attacks. As for spellbook, we're on the Archaea spellbook running Thralls and Death Charge. And we got... mostly hard food. In the beginning, we definitely had like an inventory full of brews, but since then we've dropped a lot of the brews, and we're just now bringing some hard food and some anglers. We do pre-pot a divine, and the boss does poison you, so we pre-pot an anti-poison as well. Now, this is just because of who I'm doing with, but I don't have a purging staff. Perfect timing. Some random dude just walked up with it. The purging staff is actually very, very good at this boss from what we know right now. And unfortunately, I don't have one. I only have one synapse, and I used it on the Ember Light. But as long as you have one person with the purging staff, I think that is good enough to do Yama. Once again, this is news on the original day of release, so everybody's still figuring things out as we go. But right now we're doing it at a pretty comfortable pace. Average KC seem to be at around 3 minutes 30 seconds for us. And we got a PB of 307 right now.
Yo, this is good speed. Go, 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 go.
He's zooming.
I think that was really fast. What the?
Ooh, a sub 3.
That was a fast final phase. Yo.
Hey. 252.
Look.
Fucking ping, man.
Oh, shit! Let's go!
Oh, dude, yo, looks kind of sick though. Holy.
Hey, yo.
It actually looks kind of clean with the Torva.
Kind of clean.
Like, it could be way worse.
I got a drop on the first day.
Let's go. Quick, Pebby, what's the website for the prizes? Quick. Before it drops.
5 mil.
It's 2GP, it's 2GP. Ooh.
Yo, good luck.
Okay. Forgotten lockbox. Here we go, here we go. 125 Dragon Bolts.
What the fuck? You gonna split that?
Put it back in the box.
Put it back, put it back! I'm gonna soul flame you.
What?
Wait, what happened? Did you die?
No, I'm at... What? I'm on fucking... Oh.
Where are you?
I DP'd out. I misclicked. I meant to click Ward of Arceus, but I TP'd to Harmony Island. Ooh, fast kill maybe. 243. Let's go.
Steady cost.
Oh. Okay.
Good luck. Good luck. Get death charge. Do the 1 in 4.
1 in 4.
Do it. Yo, let's go.
Let's go.
Yo, man.
How does it work?
Account.
Upgrade that charge.
Shit's so good, dude.
Ooh, another lockbox.
Oh, good luck.
Here we go, here we go. 80
Oh,
darts. Not even 125?
So,
Oh, wait, how do we start? Like, can we
okay,
start on
here.
first kill?
If you spawn here, so it's possible that I'll sit here and you'll spawn here, for instance. And then when I run, I'll go here, I'll wait 1 tick, and then I'll attack, but you wouldn't wait on this tile, right? So like you would run.
1, 2, 3 attack. Yeah.
Yeah. So it all depends on where you spawn, but it is possible for you to spawn like over here, and if you lose a tick on the judge, then
1,
you're not gonna make
2,
it, or
3.
like
Oh,
behind
I just
that.
lost a tick.
Yeah, it might be back here or something. It's pretty far,
Okay.
but yeah, that's pretty much it. We just try it.
Okay. I had it, but then I think I need to like recolor the tiles.
Yeah, I think that's it. Yep.
I canceled the. Oh wait, oh wait, I'm still here though.
Yep, you're good. Right, mage.
I did it again. I like missed a hit.
Good.
Oh, I messed up.
Kill it.
Okay.
Nice. Let's go. We did it.
Just skip over a number real quick. Oh.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
237. Okay, a 227. Oh shit, let's go.
He's got the horn.
We got the horn.
Woo!
Nice, dude.
KC 253. Okay. What are we getting? What are we getting? Contract of Bloody Blows. What could that be? Oh! I got the fucking pet. Man, for a split second, I thought it was mine. I got some smoke runes instead. No fucking way. Dude, where are my drops? Yeah, he just got a helmet and a pet back to back. And he already has a helmet. At least I get a split though. That is crazy, a back to back. Okay! Oath plate legs, let's go! Let's fucking go. This duo is the dream team. He got oak plate legs. It's too easy. It's been a while since I recorded any clip on 416 Hero, and that's just because of the release of Yama. We've been heavily focused on that. However, every single day I've still been doing a tree run and a birdhouse run, and the contracts, and of course Hespori. As such, we are one harvest away from 97 farming. Also, sad to boot up this clip because I just got a 47-second Hespori, which is actually a combat task, and that was so out of left field, so unexpected, that unfortunately, I don't have a recording of it. I haven't been paying the farmers, so I've just been compost bucketing these with my bottomless compost bucket. Good to see that this palm tree is fully grown, and by checking the health, 97 farming. 2 more levels to go till we get our second 99 on the account. Our very first one was 99 fire making, which honestly at this point feels like an eternity ago. Just wrapped up a Yama session. We're currently at KC 450. We are still in the chasm though, where Yama is, but right now we are just farming some lesser demons. You'll see that above the lesser demon there is a sigil. Now I believe there are 5 sigils, different colored, and currently the green colored sigil right now represents killing them with a magic spell. So right now I got my Kodai and my Ancestral on, and I'm auto casting Undead Grasp, which costs 12 fire runes each, so kind of expensive on that part. And what killing these guys will give you is or potentially it will give you the contracts specifically for the cosmetic version of Oathplate. I believe it's called Radiant Oathplate. At this point in time, I don't know if there are any available drop rate information available, but I was watching a clanmate farm these, and he seemed to pick up plenty of contracts. Do need, I believe, like 5 different contracts to get 5 different parts of this purifying sigil item, which is what you'll combine together to get the Radiant Oathplate. But yeah, it's currently late in the night, so I'm going to be chilling here, farming up a couple of these. I wonder when it's going to change the sigil, actually, because I've done, I don't know, 15, 16 kills here, and it's the same one. So it probably rotates based on the number of kills, or maybe a timer or something. We'll see. There's actually a couple of spells in the spellbook that I can auto-cast to farm these guys. There's the Dark Demon Bane, and I guess the lesser variants, the Inferior and Demon Bane. And likewise, with the Undead Grasp, there's actually Ghostly Grasp, Skeletal, and then back on Undead for the best spell. This is how little I know about the Arceus spellbook outside of just using Death Charge and Thralls. I can't say I've ever used any of these other spells up until now. Oh, there we go. It looks like the sigil has changed. Now this is looks like that is a blue sigil, so it says to kill a demon using a 2-handed melee weapon. Well, we have the scythe with us, so we're going to be farming lesser demons with a scythe. I've made the switch to the greater demons. Again, I don't have any information on this currently, but surely fighting a higher level mob will have better drop rates, right? That's just logical thinking. And perhaps if I went to black demons instead at the bottom, that'd be better. Looks like while I was looking up 2-handed weapons, they have switched back to the green sigil, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm not colorblind, so back to maging them. Okay, the sigils have now changed to a red color, which I believe... Yep, there it is. A red color, which I believe is special attacks. And the special attack ones actually have a higher chance of dropping the contracts, and according to the blog post it says this is because special attack is a finite resource. So I don't know what the strategy here is. I brought claws, and the problem is with claws it's 50 spec, right? So I'm not sure how to tackle this. Do we have to keep TPing out? I don't know. Alright, let's do some dragon dagger specking, I guess. I also do have the Lightbearer on for this reason. Okay, there we go. We finally got our first contract in about 51 lesser demons and 160 greater demons. Unfortunately, I think we already have this one from the boss, but more than one doesn't hurt. Okay, another contract just a couple of KCs later. And that is KC 500. That's the first time I've gotten any shards from the box, in 9 boxes. This Yama grind has been so crazy that I'm actually now doing an herb run. I haven't done an herb run on this account in ages. I can't even tell you how long ago. And here I am farming some Renards because, well, we're running low on prayer pots. Not exactly low, we're just below 300 prayer pots. But for context, that is the lowest it's ever been. I used to have well over 1,000 prayer pots. Our current Yama KC is 748, and we're still going after the helmet. At this point, I'm not sure if we're going to get a drop first or the amount of shards we need to be able to craft them. You need 450 shards to be able to craft one and any piece of armor, which is a nice thing. So whether you're missing the helmet, the chest plate, or the legs, you just need 450 shards. We're currently at like 380 something, so we need another 60, 70 shards to go. And I feel like we are more likely to get those shards than another drop. But I mostly bring up our KC 748 because from my estimation, from what I've noticed, it takes about one prayer pot per KC. Of course, Yama itself does drop super restore mixes. It does drop some 3-dose prayer potions. So you do get some prayer pots back, but for the most part, it's about one prayer pot per KC. So we've probably used like 700 prayer pots. And definitely more at first when we were learning, but now that we're at well over 700 KC and there are established metas and ways of fighting the boss, of course new metas are going to come out. Currently, it's been just over a week and a half since the Yama release, so things are still evolving. Player base is absolutely cracked coming up with new metas. When Yama got released, I actually had no idea how much I'd be farming it, but the boss ended up being pretty fun, and it's still fun. And now we're at 2 out of 3 oath plate pieces, and we have the soul horn, or soul flame horn as well. I think that's what it's called. And at this point, I really want the helmet. And like I said, we're pretty close in terms of shards, so I might as well go for it before we hop back on 416 Hero. Also, at the time of this recording, it is really early or really late, depending on how you look at it. Really early on the Friday, May 23rd, and contracts are supposed to be released today. I mean, they're already in the game, but I think people can start doing contracts today, Friday, so it'll be interesting to see how those things go. I don't think I'm going to be doing contracts anytime soon, especially the solo ones, because the solo ones, I imagine I'm going to need a purging staff, which a week and a half later and almost 800 KC of Yama, I still don't have a purging staff. Luckily, with some methods in duos, when you're just farming the boss, you actually don't need one. Okay, this is still the Friday where contracts are now officially ready to do in the game. Some streamers are already sending some content. I think a couple of people at this time have already done a couple of contract completions. But the thing about Radiant Oath Plate, the cosmetic Oath Plate, is that you need to complete 5 different contracts. So at this point in time, still a ways to go, I think. Although I'm not keeping up very closely, but I don't think anyone's done it yet. But anyways, they pushed out another update in the middle of the day, and now those dossiers, however you pronounce them, they drop these contracts more commonly now. These 6 contracts came from 2 of them. You know, as a quick side note, I really hope I can piece together this Yama video in a cohesive manner, because as of right now, ever since the Yama release, I've just hit the record button. I've been sending Yama, randomly yapping here and there if I feel like there's any relevant information. But this video is coming out as part of the GIM series sometime down the line. So, yeah, we'll have to see. A duo just got an oath plate chest. That means money. My duo just got an oath plate helm. Bad news? I didn't get it. I need that. That's my missing item. Good news. I get some money. Also, at this point, we are 48 shards away from being able to craft our own helmet. Still at Yama here. We are now up to 954 KC. Our oath plate count is 441 because in the previous KC, we just picked up 7 shards. So, 9 shards to go until we hit the 450 number, which is the amount you need to craft one piece of oath plate. So if we just get like 2 more shard drops or some shards from a lockbox, we will be done. Just got another shard drop 2 KC ago, 6 in the inventory right there. And actually, whatever plugin I have, it shows I have 441 banked, which means we just need 3 more shards. And then we'll be able to make a oath plate helmet. Well, that was interesting there. I got a dossier, and my teammate got a lockbox, and he got 11 oath plate shards out of that. So, if only we could trade. If only I had gotten that lockbox. Here we go. KC 1000. And 5 rune blade bodies. This is quite some time later. We've still been knocking out Yama KC, going for our remaining 3 shards. Just unfortunately, we haven't had any oath plate shards recently. But as I'm waiting for a teammate to show up, I am down here in the Chasm of Fire. The Yama entrance is actually over there to the west. But to the east, the northeast section over here at the bottom of the Chasm of Fire, this is a new section with the infernal shale rocks. Now you mine these and you hammer and chisel them to turn them into the crushed versions. And in combination with these shales and the oath plate shards, that's how you're going to craft the armor. Now I believe you need about 2.5k roughly. I think it's a little bit more than that. 2.5k plus of these crushed infernal shales in combination with 450 oath plate shards. Right now I got 89 because I just got here, but in the bank, sitting in the bank is about 800, so we got another 1700 to go roughly. It's done! We got 6 shards! It's been like 60 KC since the last shard drop. Oh my god. These things aren't even supposed to be that rare. I needed dry protection for my dry protection. Alright, now that we have our oath plate shards, finally, we are back at the mines. We're currently at 1500 of these crushed shales. We're going to need about another 1000 more. Alright, quite some time later again, but we are now back with the required amount of crushed infernal shale, which is actually 2520 to be exact. We have 2521. And we also have our oath plate shards. We need 450, we have 453. And now begins the smithing process, which is just over here. And it's a multi-step process, and it's not just like, you know, chuck it in the furnace and then you're good to go. It's a multi-step process. You turn these shales. Ultimately, you turn these shales and oath plate shards into these infernal plates. However, it's a multi-step process. You turn these shales into like blends, nuggets, plates, and whatever. We'll figure it out. Okay, so it looks like we chucked these infernal shales into the furnace, and we get an infernal blend. And then with the infernal blend, we chuck it, or we quench it with the pool of ichor, or whatever this is. Boom. And that turns into an infernal nugget. Now the question is, what's next after the nugget? Nugget on the anvil, maybe? Does it tell me what I'm supposed to do? Waiting to be shaped. Okay. Nuggets are too small to be worked on an anvil. If you smelled several together though. Okay, so we're just gonna need to make a bunch of these. Looks like it is 10 nuggets, making an infernal chunk. Now what do we do with the chunk? Ah, now we use the chunk on the anvil. And how does this work? Oh, I got a click. Very interactive. We're doing a whole lot of hammering right now. Oh, and we get one infernal plate. I believe we need 9 more of these, 8 more of these. Yep, 9 plates in total. So we're gonna need 8 more. Okay, we figured it out. I'll be back after I'm done with that. Just got done making all 9 infernal plates. After figuring things out on the first one, the other 8 went by pretty quickly. Now I believe all we have to do is go to the anvil again, and yep, there we go. 9 plates can make you either a helmet, chest, or legs. Now, as you can see, we have the chest and legs, so we're going to be making the helmet. Here we go. And there it is, oath plate helm, full oath plate. We are currently recording this intro clip a few days removed from having completed the Soul Flame Horn, as well as the oath plate armor set from Yama. Since then, I've moved on to other pieces of content, mostly centered around using the newly acquired armor, of course. However, as of this recording right now, they implemented combat achievements for Yama. So in the following clips, we're going to be tackling those combat achievements, then we'll follow up with some stuff we've been up to. Just logged on for the day, and today is actually update day. It's actually a Thursday. They typically do updates on Wednesdays, but this one got pushed back one day. Anyways, this week's update was mostly centered around Yama contracts. And I thought logging in today, I would click on combat tasks completed here, and Yama would give me some tasks completed retroactively, like they did for Araxor when those came out. But looks like we're 0 out of 11. I did kind of glance through the blog post to see what kind of combat achievements there were, so I was fully expecting to have some done. But let's just go through them real quick right now. Yama Adept, that's just defeat Yama once. We have clearly done that before. We're well over 1000 KC now. Yama Speed Trialist. Now this is similar to Araxor once again. It says defeat Yama in an average time of under 338 over your last 4 kills. Typically these speed tasks are like 1 kill, you know, like get it done in under 230 or something for 1 specific kill. But yeah, similar to Araxor, they take an average time over multiple kills. Back so soon, without being attacked by the judge, that is. Yeah, without being attacked by the judge and making sure to hit the judge with the correct style, so that's fairly simple as well. Yama Veteran, 50 KC. You know what? Now that I think about it, I'm sure I just do 1 Yama KC, and a lot of these are going to retroactively apply. Maybe even the speed test, I'm not sure. But defeat Yama in an average time of under 3 minutes over your last 4 kills. You know what? Based on how I've been doing things, Yama Speed Chaser might not be that bad, but there's one more, right? There's the Grandmaster one down here. Yama Speedrunner, under 234. Over 4 KC, that seems crazy. I mean, my PB is at 226. Anyways, there's some other ones. Shadow Dancer. Without getting hit by shadows and without being more than 1 tile away from the center of his shadow crash attack. I'm trying to think. Shadow crash attack? What is the shadow crash attack? Firefighter. Without getting hit by fire and having only killed void flares with special attacks. This one, I mean, it sounds like you need the purging staff, but if you do the dono fly and you don't get DPS checked, that gets the job done too, I think. And then looks like there's one where you have to do a contract. I have not tried out any of the contracts yet, so there's that. We already looked at the Grandmaster speedrun time. And then defeat Yama whilst completing Shadow Dancer, Firefighter, back so soon, and without taking any other avoidable damage. So that's just like a bunch of the previous ones combined. Oh, I kind of skimmed past this one. No toppings, no drinks, thanks. This one's kind of funny. Defeat Yama without anybody healing using anything other than plain pizza and without anybody drinking any potions. Yama does love its pizza. Alright, we have geared up. Same setup we've been using for quite some time now, hundreds of KCs. And we are ready to knock out some combat achievements. I don't think I'm going to do all of them. I'm definitely not touching any of the contract ones personally right now. But me and Peepo Yama over here are going to be potting the Grandmaster time. Honestly, the Elite and Master times are going to be pretty free. Grandmaster time might take a bit of luck, though. I don't know. We'll have to see. And he's telling me to make some surge potions. I do have a bunch of barrels of those, what are they called? What are these things called? Barrel of demonic tallow. So we're going to make some of those. Okay, looks like it is the demonic tallow as the secondary, and then a torsto potion. An unfinished torsto potion, and then you get surge potions. I'm not going to use any of my, man, I'm just forgetting what things are called right now. But basically the alchemist amulet and stuff like that to save charges, because I mean we have 54 barrels of these. So it's not like we're in short supply. Okay, we'll go ahead and do another inventory actually. 14. We're just making a couple here, so I have to rummage through my bank. Okay, making my way over to the Chasm of Fire, to Yama once again. Been a couple of days since I've done this. I kind of just noped out of Yama as soon as I finished the oath plate set. But now we're back, and we got a surge potion with us. So my teammate is thinking that we're able to teleport out between kills, and that's because the CA is, the combat achievement is an over a course of 4 kills. So if you look right here, defeat Yama in an average time of under 234 over your last 4 kills. Oh, you know what? I guess it does say. I was gonna say that, are we allowed to TP out? But the phrasing of that implies that it's just over the average of your 4 last KC. It doesn't say like in one trip or anything like that. So, you know what? I had a claw spec up. That was a mistake. What is our time here? 240? Oh, we actually completed 2 other CAs as well. Firefighter and Back So Soon. I think that's just like not taking damage from the fireballs and stuff like that. Oh yeah, and that's an interesting thing actually. It seemed like my teammate failed some of the perfection related tasks, but I did them, so it's not like we both have to do them at the same time. So 240 was not an ideal time considering we need to average 234 or under, but I mean nothing we can do about that but continue the pot, and hopefully over a 4 KC span we get under that 234 mark. 237, that's pretty good. No. I spec'd with my Emberla instead of Claude. Okay, we're resetting. I think resetting there is a good call, because if we finish that KC and we end up with like a 250 or something, that will drastically change our average time. We're working off of a 237 right now, which is above the time, but it's just 3 seconds off, so we can work with that, I think. Yeah, look at the top left here, 248, and it still had 90 HP. A bit annoying to TP out of KCs, but if we're going solely for the speed time, this is probably for the better. Because watch, like we could get like a 320 or something really ridiculously slow, and then next 3 KCs are super fast, but the 320 will hold us back. Oh, that's... Make sure we def charge. Search bot. Okay, big hits. We like it. Pretty good hits right now. This could be good. We're about to phase it. Very nice. Got our mage gear. Yeah, our death charge, we didn't even have to recast death charge, so this is good. . Holy, is that accurate? Oh, 221, new PB. Nice. That definitely helps. Yeah, so right now I'm saying in the clan chat, so our first KC that we recorded was a 240, followed up by a 237 and a 221. The 240 is likely going to be too slow of a time, and it's going to drag the average down in our next two KCs. But who knows, if we go nuclear in the next two KCs, we could theoretically be done within 2 KC. But most likely 5, honestly. Peppy right now is saying that our last 3 gives us an average of 233. So the thing about this grind right now for this combat achievement is that we don't know what our average time is doing the current strategy that we're doing. It's not like we've done this strategy before, we're only just now doing this because of the combat achievement. So we don't have a sample size to work with. And well, we just got a 221, which is a new PB by over 5 seconds. But who knows what the average is. This is probably a reset. .234 with 108 HP. At best, that's 2 hits. Right now, looking at the times on every reset we've done, times are actually very consistent. And I'm just saying now in the clan chat, imagine if I didn't hit 3 zeros on that P1. That would have been a quicker P1 than usual, and that probably would have got us a good time. This one was even worse, actually. I guess a bad P3. Okay, we've slapped on the oath plate helm. According to the DPS calcs, assuming I plugged everything in correctly, this is actually almost a whole 0.3 less DPS, but it does increase accuracy ever so slightly. So on paper, this is probably not the move, but let's just see what happens, you know? He said, let's try 1 kill full oath plate for good luck. Who knows? Yeah, 400 HP left. It's 231 right now. Not great at all. Honestly, this is one of the big reasons why I'm not a huge fan of combat achievements personally. It's just this constant resetting. And then if you don't reset, and let's say if we didn't reset, we'd be getting like 250s, 3 minutes. And that's just going to make it take longer and longer. I think we are going to try full oath plate and give that another go though. But I think right now in my mind, I have to switch back to the Torva helm realistically. Well, it had potential. Peppy's now blaming it on the fact that he's using a regular Avernic hilt instead of his GM one, because obviously, new task, you can't use the GM hilt anymore. I still got my master one though. 5 zeros. That's a reset. I hit 5 zeros on P1. Oh my, it's 45 seconds and we haven't even... Yeah, we got DPS checked there. Yeah, see, yeah, that's a reset. Yeah, for that to happen back-to-back P1, we're doing no damage. So much so that we got DPS checked with the Void Flare spawning. Surely, tides will turn. I mean, I guess both sayings work. And we'll get some good RNG now, right? After a stretch of bad RNG. That's totally how it works. Okay, 226. Let's go! The 240! The 240 at first didn't cost us. Alright, now that we have knocked out all 3 tiers of the speed task in one go, we got the GM one right away, so we got the elite and master ones as a result as well. Now we're going to work on the one that's called, what is it called? That is called no toppings, no drinks, thanks. So basically you're not allowed to use any healing food, any potions, except for plain pizzas. But, oh, I brought food with me. Let me bank that just in case I accidentally click on them out of instinct. Get rid of those. But yeah, essentially, we're allowed plain pizzas, but if you're dono flying, you should be taking 0 damage, so not a big deal. We do have our SGS with us in case we do need a re-up on our prayer and health, but probably not necessary. I think my teammate's even using a Blood Fury, but that's pretty overkill, I think. Surely it's a one and done, and I won't eat my words. Okay, here we go. We're probably going to flick a little bit here. Okay, I'm not sure. healed by something other than a plain pizza. So we failed, and he says Blood Fury fails the task, and I think SGS does too. Huh, okay. Well, we're just gonna have to flick super hard then. So they ended up, what tier task is this? They ended up making this harder than I thought it would be. I think still doable, but this is a master tier task. Blood Fury failing it is, you know what? To be fair, it is in the description. Defeat Yama without anybody healing using anything other than plain pizza. Okay, that one was on us. It does state pretty clearly that there's no healing other than plain pizza, so we just failed to read there. Surprise, surprise. Dude, I didn't even pre-pot. I have my pre-pot stuff on me. I didn't even pre-pot. I just walked there with my pre-pot stuff in my inventory. On my way to Yama after banking my pre-pot device, and I'm wondering if I have any plain pizzas. I don't think I do. I think I only have pineapple pizzas. Okay, here we go. I think in the ideal world, if we alternate tanking between phases, that'd be perfect. I didn't def charge. That's awkward. Oh yeah, this is gonna be fine. Oh, this was so easy. So easy. Moving on, we're now trying to do contract choreographer and shadow dancer at the same time. Shadow dancer is actually a built-in CA within this last one here, so if we knock out this one, we knock out both. Basically, the strategy is we're going to be maging P3 so that we can get the fireballs. We can't do the typical dono fly method because we are dodging the fireball or the hourglass, whatever you want to call it, by more than one tile. Right now, we're only allowed to dodge it by one. And right now, Pepe's showing me tiles I'm supposed to be on. So he has a bit more experience maging Yama because he's actually worked on the contracts. I think he's 3 out of 5 right now. I haven't even touched them. So apparently we're supposed to be maging from this tile right here. And then wave skipping, we run to this tile. I failed it. I failed it right away. I was like one tick too slow on clicking. Alright, we're continuing for practice. Oh! It's very interesting that this is a duo boss, but with these combat achievements, you can have one person complete it while the other person fails. So the teammate has no bearing on whether or not you do the combat achievement or not. I guess a lot of people would like this. Makes sense, you know, you don't theoretically get held back by other people. You either get it yourself or you don't. Oh my... There we go, we got it done. Now, the only combat task that remains, I believe we're 10 out of 11 now. And this one is contract related. We have to do, it says any of his non-standard contracts, so I just assume any of the contracts. Because I think technically doing a regular KC is a contract, because when you first got in here, you did have to quote-unquote sign a contract. So in just a few short hours after logging on when combat achievements for Yama were implemented, we have 10 out of 11 of the combat tasks done. The last one is contract related, and I'm not going to touch contracts for quite some time. So now we can move on. We're essentially done for now. We are just chilling at the farming guild right now. I've been doing contracts and I'm just resupplying on potions, food, and all of that. Because after the Yama grind, and quite frankly, even before the Yama grind, we were burning up supplies left and right. I'm not going to say that we're done with Yama per se, but we're definitely moving on for now. And I don't know, if any clanmates need a duo partner, I might offer to go. But I do have full oath plate now. I even have these, what's it called? The horn, the soul flame horn. I even have that. Really, the only thing on the collection log I'm missing is the pet. Well, and technically I don't have the helmet. I crafted the helmet. But even when you have the full set of armor and the horn, there are some pretty nice things to get from Yama. The Aether Catalyst, which is what's used to create the combo runes for soul runes and cosmics. And the worms, the diabolic worms, which speed up angler fishing. But anyways, I was looking ahead to go back on 416 Hero. I feel like I've mentioned that a couple of times already. However, in a couple of days, the clan is doing a boss of the week, and it's going to be Fasani's Nightmare. And I feel like I gotta take advantage of that. But until the boss of the week starts, I guess I'll keep resupplying. For example, I need some Divine Super Combat Potions right now. I desperately need those. I'm under 100 doses on those currently. And I believe I also need to do some shopscaping and pick up those Relism Bombs for Fasani's Nightmare. And of course, we're going to be taking advantage of our newly acquired Oath Plate set, and we're going to test it out at various locations. Some raids like Tob and Chambers are very obvious upgrades there. And a couple of bosses I can think of, like maybe Duke or Vard, although I don't know if I'm going to do the bosses. But the raids, for sure. Switching over the POV to 416 Hero, just logging in just to show you guys what's been going on in the account, which honestly is not much. During the course of the Yama grind, over the course of about 2 weeks, I've just been logging on to do farm runs and birdhouses. Not too many birdhouses either, really just about like 1 run a day. But we're 97 farming, almost 98 farming. I remember during our last Fasani's grind, I kind of had trouble figuring out what I could do on this account on the side. I wanted to do some barbarian fishing initially, but Fasani's proved to be too intensive to try and barbarian fish at the same time. So, I don't know, we'll have to see. Either I figure something out, or once again, 416 Hero may be put on the back burner for at least another week. But just know, when we do get around to getting back onto this account, there are tons of things to do. I know it's a little deceptive. We're holding a scythe, we got an Infernal Cape, and obviously we have the Quiver as well. But there are a ton of things to do. There's a lot of mid-game stuff that I don't have on this account either, so we're going to have to go out and do those things. So here I am, I just teleported to Castle Wars, and I just run south. And there's actually an NPC here that I can trade after completion of Zogre Flesh Eaters. And you can get these Relism's Bombs. They clear out the... I don't know what it is. What is it called? It's not poison, but that weird thing that Fasani's inflicts on you. More specifically, the parasites. And what I do, anyways, is that once I buy an inventory full, I TP to my POH, then back to Castle Wars, bank, and then rinse and repeat. This way we don't have to use Sandfuse serums. I'm sure if you're a main, no problem, just use Sandfuse. However, as an Ironman, we're not going to be doing that. Although I do believe, let's check our potion storage right now. Over the course of our Fasani's kills, we have racked up a decent amount of Sandfuse serums. Yeah, we have 631 in fact. And I'm not sure if I've ever gotten them anywhere else. I'm not sure if there's another mob that drops them. I definitely have not crafted them, so... Another day, another tree run, but this one's a big one because 98 farming. We are now 1 level away until we hit 99 and we get the farming cape, which actually has a couple of nice perks. For one, it's going to be our best in slot banking method until we have the crafting cape, I think. Besides just TPing to the POH, you know, it's an extra step when you TP to the POH. So a little bit of time save there when we do hit 99 farming, and I believe you get bonus herbs, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't have my mic set up during that solo CM run, but we did end up getting a Dexterous Prayer Scroll. This is, well, let's take a look at the log here. That is Dex number 22, and that is actually purple number 86 on the account. Well, we've done a couple of random things in this video. The Yama common achievements actually came out in the middle of recording this video, so I'm going to do some, post-editing, rearrange the clips, and it'll all make sense to you guys, but I had to, rearrange things on my end. But anyways, this is the conclusion of this video. The next video, we're probably going to be starting on Boss of the Week from the clan, and that's going to be Fasani's Nightmare.